disability research guide on dyslexia and specific learning disabilities. So, the federal definition is specific learning disability means a disorder in one or more of the basic psychological processes involved in understanding or in using language, spoken or written, that may manifest itself in an imperfect ability to listen, think, speak, read, write, spell, or to do mathematical calculations, including such conditions as perceptual disabilities, brain injury, minimal brain dysfunction, dyslexia, and developmental aphasia. So the New Jersey disability definition is dyslexia means a specific learning disability that is neurobiological in origin. It is characterized by difficulties with accurate and or fluent word recognition and by poor spelling and decoding abilities. These difficulties typically result from a deficient in phonological component of language that is often unexpected in relation to other cognitive abilities and the provisions of effective classroom instruction. So, some developmental characteristics of dyslexia and learning, um, specific learning disabilities are learned helplessness. In many academic situations, students with learning disabilities um, develop learned helplessness, which is when a student repeatedly fails and they become less willing to attempt a task or become very passive in learning. Another characteristic is being non-strategic, meaning when trying to learn something new or a new skill, the student does not have the ability to organize the information given to them, and they need a little bit more help to process that information. Socially, they are very shy to their peers. Um, they miss they may misinterpret social and non-verbal cues, and they may feel rejected from their peers. Emotionally, they may be very insecure. A child with dyslexia or a learning disability um, are often insecure about their academic abilities, and they will often hesitate in a academic social situation like a group project because they don't want to appear as being dumb or having trouble with their academics. And physically, they have no physical characteristics that show up in every single child that has dyslexia or a specific learning disability. Some strengths and weaknesses of a person with dyslexia or a specific learning disability are that they are very hardworking. Students with a learning disability have a hard time with their academics and they have to work a little bit harder than their peers. Because of this, they can develop a lot of perseverance from it and continue on. They also are very empathetic to those who struggle because they understand themselves how hard it can be and how it feels to feel like you're behind everyone else. Some challenges would be that they may become very defeated and try to give up after failing a few times. And then another challenge um, would be the insecurity of um, the having the disability, and they may feel very embarrassed if someone found out that they did have a learning disability, and trying to get past this mindset that the people are judging you can be a very big challenge. So strategies to support a child. Um, One way a teacher could help a child with a specific learning disability or dyslexia is chunking. And chunking means organizing the information by groups. And by doing this, it allows the student to classify information to help them to remember it better and to keep information organized. Um, Another way a teacher can help support a child with learning is to repeat the information in different ways. So this helps by having the child to remember what the information is, and it allows them to understand it if they did not understand it the first way it was explained. And the third way that a teacher could help is to provide relevant information to what is being taught. So by giving these different types of notes and information in different ways can help a student to have the information and be able to understand it. So resources. The first resource I have is the National Center for Learning Disabilities. It provides all types of information about different programs, advocacy, and studies for anyone that needs any information about dyslexia and specific learning disabilities. Not only is there information for teachers, but also for parents. Um, the second is a link to a YouTube video, which displays specific learning disabilities as an umbrella, and then it clearly explains all the different disabilities that go under it, and it gives a very good explanation of dyslexia. The third resource I have is Teaching LD. It's a website that has various links to organizations and agencies that can help with different strategies of how to teach a child with dyslexia or a specific learning disability. The fourth link I have is a good resource for both parents and teachers because it has a lot of information. It's very similar to the first one, but some differences are that it has a media page and a legislation page, but it also has a support page where you can go and ask people for help and ask for different tips that they might have. And the last one I have is a link to a article that talks about how to better teach a child with a specific learning disability and dyslexia, and it goes through um, all ways to help a child become successful in learning. So here's a video about what it's like to be dyslexic. It's a video about this young woman named Violet, and she describes her everyday struggle with reading and what it's like